Portekiz'in Yahudi kesimlerini gezmek için yola çıktık. Bize yardımcı olacak olan arkadaşımız aynı zamanda convert olarak kendisine anlattı. İnşallah hoş bir gün geçireceğiz.
We have a newspaper, Jewish newspaper in Turkey. It's called Shalom.
Okay.
And I'm a writer of
Oh, really?
newspaper.
I want to show you Lisbon, first of all, from the outside, for you to see all the city,
Yes.
all the beautiful places.
Oh, that's
And in the
good.
in afternoon, after lunch, I will take you to Belém. Belém is an awesome place.
we know that.
Have a lot to do with your. So I will show
religion.
you. We will cross the river, Tejo River, to the other side, because we have a statue from Christ that you can get the best. Well, the name of the statue, the monument, it's King Christ translated. And from there, you go to the top in an elevator, and from the top, you can see this is all 25 of April Bridge. And I want to go.
Yes, we
Yes.
went from here.
But this bridge, we changed the name of this bridge in 1974 when we get out of the dictatorship that we had. When they built this bridge, the bridge, they put the name of our dictator in that time.
Yes.
Oliveira Salazar.
Salazar.
Exactly.
Salazar.
But then, when
Why,
we,
excuse me, why the 25th of April?
because we put that person, that dictator, out of the government.
What's the name?
Oliveira Salazar. Oliveira Salazar. This symbolizes the statue is blessing Lisbon.
Yes.
That is the main point of. It's almost like, well, it's the same as in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro.
That's right. Exactly.
But it's the same. And this bridge, it's exactly like San Francisco Bridge, Golden Gate.
The same color.
Exactly. It's the same architect.
The same
everything.
architect. Yes.
The same material. Everything is the same.
Everything
But
is-
it's a little bit smaller. This one.
How many Jews are there in Portugal?
Right now. Well, we don't have a number, but probably 2 million. We have some a statistic.
How much?
We are 10 million in total.
Yeah, we know that.
And we,
Million of Jews?
yes, or more, because a lot of people don't know or don't want to know or establish it as a Jewish. Don't ask me why.
Yes.
Because
Change
I don't
names.
want to hide from that. Changed exactly. They
Yes.
changed the last names to avoid problems with the government.
Now you know that my wife grandfathers came from Lago of here.
Lagos.
Yes.
Lago near Faro, near Faro.
family-
In the south of it's Lagos.
In the
with
south,
S.
My
It's a
family-
beautiful place.
Because to get the Portuguese passport, I had to show them that my family
That you had-
came from Portugal.
Oh, this is a nice story.
Beautiful language.
It is.
But,
It's romantic.
but people should learn English because there are so many tourists here.
It's important. I
And
know.
my son was here 2 weeks ago,
Okay.
and he said,
This is
"Nobody
the
speaks
offices,
English." Offices.
and that is the huge monument that I will show you. This is almost like to put here a beautiful park to get some environment here. This is.
When you enter the house, you see a flor de mezuzá. You know what the mezuzá is?
Burası 25 Nisan Köprüsü. Atlantik Okyanusu'na açılan bölgesi Lisbon. Lisbon'u sanki kucaklıyor. Meryem Ana, pardon, İsa'nın heykeli sanki Lisbon'u kucaklıyor. Bir örneği Rio'da var bunun.
Alleine mal fotografieren. Nur mal eingeschickt.
Biz buna tepeden bakan İsa heykelinin en üst katına geldik.
Bu bizim kule tipi gibi. Çok güzelli bir şehir.
Çeksene.
Bu şu hangi denizli?
İlerisi Atatürk Okyanusu işte.
Here, in the left side, is Commercial Square. This was where a lot of, and when I say a lot, it's like thousands of Jewish, they became Christian by force because our government obligate that, and they are all here. This was the place where all the Jewish became Christian by force from
What is the name of this place?
Commercial Square. And this was
And-
the entrance to Lisbon.
Gel, güneş batarken buraya gelmek ve köprüyü güneş batarken görmek çok manidarmış. Bak herkes orada fotoğraf çekiyor. Gel gel. Gerçi İstanbul'da bu manzaranın 100 katı daha güzelleri var.
Right now we are going to Alfama, and then we are going to Rocio. That is the main square of Lisbon, the main center. There is where the church and the monument from all the Jewish people that had that massacre here in Portugal. That crazy and sad story.
How many Jews were killed?
20,000, I think.
And why?
No reason. Well,
They didn't accept to be Catholic.
yes, just that. So for me, that is not a reason.
And they wanted to have their money.
Yes.
I think that is the main reason,
Yes.
because you are very focused on progression, on do money for yourselves, because you don't want the money from the others, right? And that I really respect. And you can win your money and then probably create some jealous
Yes,
in the
yes.
others. I think that is the
What
reason.
about these hills?
This is Alfama.
This is Alfama.
This is the place that we are going right now.
This is the Alfama Hills.
Yes. Well, all Lisbon is a hill. All Lisbon, from the river until the top in the castle, is just a big mountain full of buildings right now.
Okay.
Ghetto, not only the ones in Germany, we call ghetto where
The people live?
yes,
Okay.
assembled
Okay,
together.
okay.
This is Alfama.
Yes, this is all Alfama. This is a secret place for special clothes to a normal guy.
Ah, I understand.
We are whip.
VIP,
We are whip.
VIP.
Well,
Is it open? They are
boa tarde.
looking.
Obrigado.
They are looking at us. She's surprised.
Surprise.
How did
You are my bosses, but I'm the boss in Lisbon.
Yeah.
I rule this.
How did you do it?
No.
Say to ourselves.
This is the reason that I take this to the end, because this is an opportunity that just who has this card can do this. And this was your neighborhood, your ghetto. So this is the inside of Alfama, and then you can do it by foot, because you have a lot of this kind of things, roads, incredible.
Take the machine, please.
These little tunnels that you can just find. Well, not for that. I will not put my Mercedes there. But I will park here in the back of this car. And from here you can see, I will go with you, and I will show you that.
That will be interesting.
So you can park here.
Yes, because here I'm a VIP.
Bugün Portekiz'de festival var. Onun için her yer kalabalık. Her yerde bugün kutlanıyor bu festival.
Wow, baksana ne kadar dar.
This is the thing that you cannot see if you don't come here with a Portuguese person.
Even in Cordoba we didn't see.
Yes.
So
No. This is unique.
I have seen these pictures and this road in the internet. I've
Because
seen
this is a special place.
Yeah.
That is the reason that you are here.
and I remember quite
I bring
exactly.
you here because of that.
in Spain we
Alfama'nın sokaklarına dikkat edin. Ne kadar dar.
saw, in Spain we saw such streets.
No, not like this.
Not so narrow, no.
Not like this.
Hangi şehre gitmiştik seninle?
This is a place where if I live here and a friend of mine lives there, in the morning we can have a handshake.
Hangi şehre gitmiştik seninle?
Hatırlamıyorum.
This is great.
Smelling. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, good.
Oh,
And then you have this. A way to cure, a way from here, you can choose. This is almost like a labyrinth.
sağda çek, sağ taraflara.
You want to go for that place?
No, take the pictures of here.
Oh, okay.
Wow, so narrow.
Yeah. Do you see this?
How old are these buildings?
400 years.
Really?
500 years.
Really?
Yes.
500 years, yes.
But this area was a lot damaged with earthquake of 1755.
That's right.
But they rebuild everything like they were, because they don't fall off. They just ruin a little bit, so they have to return to give some consistency.
Very good, they kept it.
Yes, they have to. It's important for us. Very, very important. Come here, sir. This is the spot. You see this street over here?
Rua Juderia.
Yep. This is your place. This is the street over here. All this area was where all the Jewish people lived and prospered here until the Inquisition and our government tries to put you away, because all Europe tried to push out because of jealous, because of a lot of things that you conquer that we cannot understand. So we when I say we, the government, Portuguese government, we try to end everything that we don't understand. It's human behavior.
You said
Anlamadıkları
you said your background is from here, something like that. You said.
Okay. All the Jewish family, not all of them, but a lot of Jewish families, they came from here. And probably my ancestors, they are from here also, from my mother's part, because, well, we use the fruit trees names to hide from the government. and I have trees names in my fruit trees names in my name, in my mother's part. So I'm Jewish. I'm half a Jewish, but this half that I prefer. So I 100% Jewish.
And you get the name of your grandfather. Say.
Yes, I have the name of my grand. So I can explain to you. This was.
And these
We
are
will go for
tourists?
this place. We will go for this place.
Are there?
Yeah, they are. They are probably Jewish also, because we just bring here Jewish people. Press on play. You are very interested. Just. Oh yeah. Okay. Because this was a street where thousands of Jewish are standing by to out of here from the Inquisition. This was the actual street.
Yahudilerin expel edildiği sokak.
Ah, they were expelled from here.
From this road. That is very nice.
I'm used to this.
Okay. This is nice.
I will send you the old film.
Well, I think that the tourists are writing their names.
Well, probably. Because a lot of people that knows what this was came here because they feel the power. It's not a power, it's an aura.
It's not the power, but we want to hear about the
Me too. It's horrible.
and we want to know how it happened.
We will go there. Until where all the catastrophe happens. It's the next stop.
And we are glad that Israel is settled, established. We have this in their past.
And for us, it's also good because the truth of today, it's completely different from the others. For me, this is awesome.
Yes, good.
This was,
What about this building?
this building is one of the most old of all. All of this stone that you see here, this stone until the white place, this was the thing that they don't touch after the earthquake. This rock has more than 1,000 years. This are here since the beginnings of Lisbon, the time of the kings.
Now, have you got any idea what do this symbolize?
Almost like a hand, right?
Yes.
Yes. I already noticed that. This little holes, it's not this one. Here you have the same.
Yes.
Yes.
And well, I don't want to create an issue, but probably have something to do. And we can see also this. Before that old holy, it's the same. This is very old. And when you start to feel pushed from our government or dictator or the times from that time, you try to hide, right? This is doors from Jewish families. Where at that time they have to run.
But she was like special doors. Why?
No, they are not special. This is old doors. They cannot touch this. This is a door from this. This is an original door. What you do to hide? Because the Inquisition come here to pick and see who is Jewish. So it's like meat, a lot of meat or cow or pork, and then with the guts, with that tiny skin from the guts, they fill everything with that meat and they boil it. And it's like I want to show you a chorizo. It's simple.
Şoför.
Yok
No.
bu Hristiyanlara ait
I will
bir
show you.
şey. Onu koyuyorlar ki Yahudi olduklarını anlamasınlar. Anladın? Onu söylüyor. So that they don't understand that the family who lives here is Jewish.
They thought that it's not Jewish because you
Chorizo.
eat chorizo, and the Jewish don't.
And because it is pork.
Bu
we don't eat
sembolün
pork.
asılı olmuş olduğu kapıda gelen şeyler, milisler bu evde Yahudinin yaşamadığına dair sucuğa benzeyen bu yapıtın içinde her türlü et ve domuz eti de bulunurdu. Domuz eti de dahil ve yalnız Hristiyanlar yaparlardı
And a
bunu.
trick that you use was put here a chorizo. It's not chorizo, but you did that to the shape. It's the same as a chorizo. It's the same, but all made by bread, chicken, a lot of different things they put there.
Chorizo.
It's not a chorizo because you don't eat the meat at that time, right? So they put, but the shape of it's almost like a chorizo, but the inside is good for you, but the government don't know that. So they saw that kind of chorizo that it isn't chorizo, it's just to pretend, and they say, okay,
Chorizo.
this is not.
What is chorizo?
That time they You don't know thought what that this was chorizo because
Chorizo
they don't knew it.
is-
This is invented by you, by us,
Bazettiler.
Portuguese Jewish people. We invented this to hide, to pretend that we eat chorizo, so we are not Jewish. So they pretend they are putting to dry
That's
the chorizo
interesting.
just to, because you are very clever. So, oh yeah, so the other guys eat chorizo, and they know that we are not, that we are Jewish because we don't eat meat. So we will pretend and do almost the same as chorizo to fool the government. We cross from the family. We gave all the time the name of the grandfathers to our sons and to our grandsons to cross generations. And that is the reason that I know that I belong to a Jewish family. So I'm Jewish.
And your mother told you.
My mother says me, and the name, it's figueira. Figueira, it's the fruit from figs that gives figs. So it's peraíra, figueira, laranja, all the names that you have with fruit trees in Portugal, Portuguese fruit trees, it's from Jewish families that they try to hide and to pretend they are not Jewish because the Inquisition don't let us be humans because we are different. At that time, different to better, and they don't understand that.
But you changed your last name.
Well, I have to because we pick the last name from our father, and my mother picks the part of his father that is not Jewish, and I pick the part of my father. So the two together erase the part of my mother's half. So that is a tradition, a Portuguese tradition. That is the problem, because they are hide the name slowly.
Good explanations.
This is another turta.
These people must be from Russia, maybe.
Probably.
Look, I'll tell you something.
They are very white.
The independence war in Turkey, it happened in the most in Izmir, which is a city of Turkey, and it was most people whom we fought with were Greeks. Greeks, yes, maybe you know.
Mainly, yeah.
Yes, and in Izmir, which is a city of independence war, they were picking the Greeks. They were picking them and throw them in the water. And therefore,
Right now we are in Rocio, and what I will show is the place where all the major and horrible catastrophe happened with all the Inquisition. They force or they convince more than 2,000 Jewish people or Jewish believers to enter inside of a church that we have here, and they locked the church and put on fire. So that is a sad story, but this is the place where all this happens. Everything that happened here in this square. So I will try, this is in Portuguese, and I will try to translate very quick to English to everybody understand. This was this historical center in Lisbon, where today, with a lot of friendship, we hug each other. Was in the past a place of violence, intolerable violence against the Hebrew people. This is not the end, but I will continue. We cannot forget in this place the sad luck about the new Christians that was forced to become new Christians or Christians. So the pressure to convert from Hebrew to Christian, all the suspects, all the delegations, and the scary process of the Inquisition that don't don't let the Jewish people or the Hebrews to maintain like that, to maintain the faith that you have in your religion. But as a community, a big community in this city, that with 1,000 years, more or less, the Catholic Church recognized profoundly bad for his story, this kind of memory, that all that happened here. They say here that the Christian Church, it's like they don't like what they did in the past. So everything that they did here in this place, 500 and 600 almost years ago, the Christian today are regretted. This is what is written here. This is not that I believe that. I don't know if I believe or not, but well, it's written here. And this is times of peace.
Oceans of peace.
Yes, Oceans of Peace.
Oceans.
26th of September of 2000. So the Christians at that time thought that the Hebrews or the Jewish, they are not worthy to be a human. So this is lack of intelligence, lack of information, and lack of love, and lack of a lot of things, because this makes no sense. What they feel about the Hebrews and the Jewish makes no sense at all. This is my opinion as a Jewish. And if I don't, even if I'm not a Jewish, I feel the same way, because this is nothing. This was Joseph, the guy that it were at that time a patriarch of Lisbon. He wrote this, and he maintained this as a patrimonial, Portuguese patrimonial. Now I want to show you this.
This explanation.
This is the memorial to all the Jewish people that had that incident here, that problem with the Inquisition and with the dictator that we have in the past, and all the fanatics from the religion. All of that, it's symbolized here. I don't understand this, but this was the year of where the year when all happens. So it's in April, between 13 and 16 of April of 1506. Was the 3 days of massacre here.
In Spain it happened in...
No, it is written from here.
It's from here to that.
Yeah.
In Spain it happened at 53.
1453? Between 14? Oh, okay. Here, 1506. A little bit later. Oh, it's here. I can read this for you. This is.
Just a moment.
Who do you have the translation?
Okay, he's going
Just a moment. Just a moment.
So here, this is in memory of the thousands of Jews victims of intolerance by the Inquisition and religious fanatism. They are assassinated on the massacre initiated in 19 of April of 1506 here in this square. All of this square, it's where all happened. All of this. You want to do a turnaround? That church has signs of fire. All of these black spots that you see here, all these black things, the new repainting don't cover.
A moment.
fire.
I cannot speak here too loud, but here you can see a lot of the history that happened here. This is the place. At that time was a church. They convinced them to worship here, and they just we saw here where we are.
Can you say it again?
Yes, but a little bit in a lower voice.
Just like here.
So, I will point. All of these dark sides that you see in this church with more than 1,000 people, Jewish believers, they are forced to come inside here. They convince them that this is a type of a hiding place. And when they are all inside of this, they close the door and just put fire on this church. And all died. This was the place where the massacre was. Here and outside. Different kinds of massacre, but yeah. This inside was all ruined by the fire. So a lot of dead people just died in this. I have to say that more than 20,000 Jewish people were convinced to go to Market Square because they told them that they are going in a ship to other part of Portugal, to other part of Europe, to find better conditions. And when they get there to get their boat, they just forced to Christianism. They baptized all 20,000 of Jews to become Christian. All in
Commercial
square. So that is the history. All happens here in Commercial Square. In Alfama was the place where you tried to hide from this nonsense,
yes,
from this stupid, I don't know, mentality.
Sende şey var değil mi? İnternet.